So what does this mean for your mouthpiece? Well, again, what we're doing is we're taking a mouthpiece and we're having it refaced. So we're taking it as a blank and we're turning it into a mouthpiece that we desire with the facing curve that we're looking for, the amount of baffle that we're looking for, and the tip opening that we're looking for. But there are other things that we can't control. The shape of the mouthpiece, the condition it's in, the material, the rubber. And these mouthpieces are not identical. So even though what I'm attempting to do here is to make a backup for this mouthpiece, which is my primary, with this one, but they're not identical. So they're going to play different regardless. This one, I just got it back. I played it for about an hour. This one, I've been playing on for 6 years. So what you end up happening is over the time, as this mouthpiece changes over time, and like I said, they do change as you play them over the years. For me, it's lost some of its brightness and some of its sparkle. So that's not really a good musical term, but it just is. It's over time, it's sort of lost something. This one is brand new, and just in playing it for an hour or so, the facing work's all sharp and clean. The numbers, meaning the back number and the way the facing is set up, is all right on the money because he just finished it. This one, I've been playing the hell out of it, and so it's different. So these are many variables. You've got the actual blank, which again, between these two, these are not identical blanks. Not even close. The facing work, how old the main mouthpieces has been played, how much it's been played. All of these variables are what make it really difficult to remake a mouthpiece, you know. And I didn't expect that. I mean, I don't expect these to be exactly the same at all. And the guy that works with me on my mouthpieces, he knows that I don't expect that either. You know, we're doing our best here. I know these are going to play different. That's the way it is. But you need to know that too. A lot of people say that gear doesn't matter and that you shouldn't change mouthpieces. Well, that would be great if that were true. But it does matter. Is it healthy to buy a whole bunch of mouthpieces and waste all of your pay and not be able to pay your rent because you're buying mouthpieces? No. But I believe that a musician should know what gear he likes, what gear works for him. Now, how do you know that? Well, you know that by experimenting. Okay? You learn that over the years. By experimenting with different mouthpieces, different types of gear. And learning what it is that you really like. And that's really the hard thing to figure out. And I think it's worth putting time into. I don't change mouthpieces all the time. Again, this Soloist has been my primary mouthpiece for about 5 or 6 years. I sometimes pull out an auto link and play with it, play on that gig on that just to sound different. I enjoy experimenting with different mouthpieces. But I play one mouthpiece most of the time, really. And I think you should try to do that too, but it's important to know what you like. Certainly when you're someone like me and you're experimenting with vintage mouthpieces, you need to know what you like so that you can explain that to a refacer. Or if you go into a shop to try mouthpieces, you need to understand what it is that you like, what size mouthpiece you like, what works for you, so that you can make those decisions and honestly not waste money. Let's face it, mouthpieces are expensive now. A good mouthpiece, sure, you can buy a Meyer 5 from Woodwind Brasswind for $70, but you know, the Rafael Navarro mouthpieces are expensive. The Mouthpiece Cafe guys, those mouthpieces are expensive. Ted Klum makes the best mouthpieces on the market. I'll agree with that, but they're very expensive. And that's a hard thing to jump into, especially if you're a player and it's a hobby, or if you're scraping by as a professional musician, you know, teaching and playing and trying to make enough money to do this thing. Yeah, that's difficult. And so dropping all this money is not great. So the more you know about what your preference is on your horn, what works physically for you with your embouchure, your teeth, your chops, your horn, the less money you're going to waste. I'm off-site right now. I'm not going to be able to do some really good play testing on this for you because I don't have a good microphone. When I get back to where I live, I'll do a nice video for you, play testing this mouthpiece versus the other. So thanks for watching. I hope this has been informative. Again, I think what it comes down to is you need to know what you like. I do not condone vintage gear because it's a lot of work. And generally, guys that do refacing, it takes a long time. This mouthpiece here that I just got back, I'm very excited to play it. It took almost a year to get this back from the refacer, so it's very laborious work. He does excellent job, but it's meticulous work. It takes a long time, and these guys generally have a long waiting list. So it's not that easy, and for me, it's a little bit worth the struggle. But again, this is what we're talking about. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it informative. Again, vintage mouthpieces, it's its own thing, and I don't suggest it to my students. It's something that I like to experiment with. But you can, especially if you don't know what you're looking at, and if you don't know a lot about the mouthpieces themselves, you can lose money. You can get screwed on these things. And I don't like to see that. So I hope this has been informative and helpful. I love talking about it at length. This video is probably going to be way too long. But it's something that I think about a lot. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. And thank you very much. Saxophone Geek, Selmer Soloist tenor mouthpieces. Enjoy.